Maple Leaf Rag Part 2, and here we go with this second part in a series of tutorials on how to play Scott Joplin's wonderful Maple Leaf Rag. Hi folks, my name is Tom Horton and welcome to my channel Keyboard Skills Pro. And it's a cold day here in February here in the United Kingdom, and let's get right into the second part, as I refer to it, of Joplin's Maple Leaf. So if you haven't seen the first part of the tutorial, that's available here on the channel, so watch that first. And if you don't know Maple Leaf Rag, you must have been living under a rock, because it's probably one of the most famous piano pieces in the world. But do go and listen to it first, get the song in your head and enjoy it. So anyway, here we go with part 2. Now, we've walked into it like this from the first part. Okay, now we've got an A natural, which leads up half a step, this chromatic movement, half a step up to our B flat note. And then we're going to play E flat 7, look, so right there, G in the middle, E flat at the bottom, D at the top, the D flat, that's our 7th. And then down to E flat, back up to the same chord, back to the B flat again, and the chord, and then a walking set of bass notes through G to A flat. So the first 2 bars are using the dominant chord of A flat major. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, step to A flat. And look here, look, as we talked about in the first video, that A flat major chord in the second inversion. Octaves, look, walking around, A natural, look at that, look, chromatic steps. Here we go, is the next bit. Second line, E flat 7. But this time, watch out here, because it goes B, B natural, C. So B flat, B natural, C, A flat major chord again. Do, do. Now you're probably noticing now that there's really 2 chords in this first bit. Okay, so that's your first bit. Let's walk it through. Da 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 da. Step up to A flat. Da 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 da. B flat again. Back to E flat 7. Up to A, different bass note. E flat at the bottom, but the A flat major chord. Look there. Back to B flat. Da 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 da. A flat. Then the walk down. So that's really interesting how he gets 2 lines of music in my copy of just E flat major, D flat dominant 7th and A flat major. So it's just the 2 chords, tonic and dominant, it sounds really nice, doesn't it? Very simple once you see it like that. Okay, now a good way of actually learning the chords is just to chug them 4 to the bar and practice changing them, getting used to the fingers you're actually going to play with, because what you need to do is learn the shape of those 2 chords, E flat 7 and A flat major. Because when you're bouncing around, look, you've got to decide the fingers that you're going to use and foot. Look at that, when I jump off it, look, my hand is forming the chord shape. Up to B flat, and then C. Back to B flat, da 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 da, then where am I? Da 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 da, da 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 da. So really learn those 2 chord shapes there. Now, the right hand uses this wonderful rhythm that we had in the first part, which we heard in the opening. That syncopated rhythm, rest. Triplety that time, a bit more swingy, a bit straighter. So decide how you want to play it, traditional or a bit more of a swung triplet rhythm. Okay, so we're at the top now. Da 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 dum. And then we need to get to the G right up here and open our hand up to that octave. So it's rest. Hey, what is he doing there? Let's have a look at that. That's chromatic, isn't it? And then a step to get to the A flat. So you've got to remember this rest at the beginning that the bass note is marking, and 1. And it's the quavers and the tied semiquavers, those are the emphasis notes. Because they're playing not on the beat, they're playing in between the beats, off the beat. So it's syncopated, and that of course is the essence of ragtime style. So don't be afraid to give that thumb a little thing, a little bit of a punch. Okay, okay, so very slowly now, chug these E flat chords. Get an E flat chord, like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That'll give you the harmony, but it's less complicated to practice it like that. It's better to play it like this while you're learning the melody. 1. Okay, now I would go caterpillar. Now there's two little rhythms there. There's a 4 semiquavers, so caterpillar. I missed caterpillar. And then I'm going to do follow the caterpillar, da da da. So that rhythm, follow the, as in follow the leader, follow the. So da da da, the leader, da da da. So 1 and da da da, fa da 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 da. And at the end there's an E flat. Da da dum. Okay, but try that with the chugging left hand. Now A flat major, rest. A flat to F flat, back and forth. All about the octaves. Back to E flat. Now here, look, we've got G. Again, G and F octaves, and then back to A flat chord again. So you can see that there's a lot of repetition in the broken chord patterns of the melody. It's best to play that quite staccato, and this is quite a loud, punchy part of the piece. Then, of course, he repeats it a little later on. So here we are trotting on this bit. So we'll keep chugging our 4 half beats. Haha, missed it. Okay, now we've got our octaves. Again, look, chromatic, look. A flats, G, G flat, F. Don't do an F. Okay, but before we get into that last section, let's just go back now and see if we can blend the two hands together. So you really need to spend the time working on the two parts so they become absolutely automatic. Up, up to C, A, B, B, C, A, G, G flat, F. Okay, so we'll walk into that bit in a few seconds. Let's now try and put the two bits together nice and slowly. Give the hands a chance to gel. Let's lead in. Right, now up we go. Look, up here, B. Then A flat. Here we go. Notice the right hand, look, working the octaves, swing round, and then up. Octave, down, and F. Okay? So did you see, as I was playing that, I just slowly sped up, but that was just to show you how to do it really slowly. Here we go again. Stepping up to B, G's and F's. Oh, missed it. Up to C, back to A flat and F octaves. And slowly, your hands will start to build together. Now this is the last bit of the second section, so we're going to go down in octaves, and when you're finishing this bit, make that really powerful, that bit, because it's sort of saying, look, we finished all the fancy stuff. Now, all he does now is he does an F major broken chord arpeggio style pattern. That's why we spend lots of time practicing our arpeggios. So we walk down, F, A. So it's caterpillar, caterpillar. Then we go to a B flat, and we've got a B flat minor here. Similar sort of pattern, look. Slightly different. And he goes 1 and 2 and. Okay? Now, this is a great chord. Octave B flat, F on the left hand, and you go. So notice that, look, you got quaver, quaver, because there's a semiquaver, so to give that syncopated sound. Da, da, down to E flat dominant 7, and that's all alternating. Okay, now the first time you're going to go A flat major, and then up to your A flat chord with your octave, an A flat, a natural, with to lead you back in. Down, F major, B flat minor. Look at that, fantastic chord. There you go. 1 and 2 and dum. Now the second time we're going to go da 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 dum. It is the end, because then it repeats. The first section again. So the second part is made up of this new bit and the reprise of the first bit. Etc. So that's really nice, and it's fantastic because when you get to the end, you're going to be finishing off, and then we go into the next section of the music, which is part 3, which is going to be, and all that section there. So that's great fun. So that's part 2 of Maple Leaf Rag. So if you haven't seen the first part, do learn that first, because it also learns the second part of part 2, which is basically a reprise of the opening. But spend the time working on that chord pattern, forming the chords as you go through the air, look, so your chord is ready to land on the chord. Fantastic piece of music, Joplin's Maple Leaf Rag. If you haven't got any Scott Joplin music in your collection, do go and buy some from your local music shop. It is well worth learning. Entertainer. That's a good one. Then you've got Petrine Rag. There's lots of rags that not only Joplin wrote, but of course many other people as well. If you enjoyed this lesson, please do hit subscribe, and I've got loads of other videos here on my channel for organ, music theory, keyboard, theatre organ, and I hope to do lots more in the future. And we will of course continue with part 3 and part 4 of Maple Leaf Rag in the coming weeks, so do enjoy that. Thanks ever so much for watching. My name is Tom Horton, and thanks for watching another video here on Keyboard Skills Pro. Thank you.